I think that you should know that your husband has a different job other than running after every woman in skirt. I think one reason why a lot of relationships are falling apart and marriages are falling apart is, women propensity for thinking that the man's work in life is to be running after different women. Now, the reason why I brought this topic out here is because I have, seen situations where a woman rocked her marriage down, like brought down her marriage, as in drained everything that she has worked for. The marriage packed up just because of the fact that the only thing she thinks about is that the moment the husband leaves the house, he is going after other women. I do understand that for a woman to begin to think towards that direction all the time, it's probably because of the seed that the man has sown in the past. But I also believe that we are humans and we make a lot of mistakes. And now, let's say 1 out of 100 times your husband made that mistake of going after loss and then finding himself with some other woman. One of the biggest decisions that you can make as a woman is to forgive if you say you have forgiven, because the truth remains that if your husband has done something that is so reprehensible and you are still in that house, what that means is that you made up your mind that you want to stay and you want to forgive. Why is it that when we say we want to stay, we want to forgive, we do not forgive? Now, why am I talking about forgiveness? I'm talking about forgiveness because I have seen relationships where a man is out there working. I have a colleague in my field of work who was very, very close to me, like very, very close to me. Up until now, we are still very close. And he had this wife that had seven or six? Yes, 6 children for him. 5 boys and 1 girl. And they've been married for over 17 years. And for that 17 years, everything this man has gone through is, dealing with the fact that the wife is always suspicious. Every time he goes out, it's about other women. He comes in, it's about other women. They have a quarrel, other women. Whatever happened is other women. I do understand that a lot of women may argue that maybe that is happening because of the way the man has lived. And I know that when it comes to this field of thought, women do not agree. Our gender, we fight, we argue, we want to be right all the time. But as a woman who wants to keep a marriage, you want to keep a relationship, you need to understand that if you have forgiven, it means that you have forgiven. You need to, do something about that thing that tells you every time that whenever he goes out, it's all about other women. Some women act as if 24 hours, the man doesn't even have a job to look after. A man does not even have any other thing to do than to be with other women. And now when you embrace this kind of thought into your thought cycle, it's going to cause you, pain. It's going to cause confusion in your marriage. It's going to make you very unhappy in your marriage. You'll be apprehensive all the time, such that a man may just come in and ask you a question, you retort immediately. These are the things that used to really upset the men. Yes, I am not oblivious of the fact that, yes, some men are just something else that you would not want to be with. But then again, if you have forgiven, it's important for you to let go and do everything that is within your consciousness to ensure that you don't keep going back to that situation that happened 7 years ago, 12 years ago, 13 years ago. When a man is making so much effort to turn a new leaf, when a man is making so much effort to make you happy, when a man is making so much effort to create a new narrative in your thought process, and so the marriage will be sweet and good again, and the only thing you're talking about is one mistake that he made 13 years ago. If there is anything that can ruin your relationship, that is it. Now, if you are in a place where you have friends who are always calling you and telling you, I have seen him here with another woman, I saw him there with another woman. You don't need those kind of friends. Let me tell you something. Any friend that wants your marriage to stay will not be telling you things about your husband. Whether she sees your husband on another bed with another woman, she will not feel that free to come and tell you. Because telling you all of this is to what end when she knows that it's going to ruin your marriage, okay? As long as your husband respects you and he's doing everything that he needs to do for you at home, and he's busy doing friends do not need to tell you. And so if you have friends who are always bringing this information back to you that is helping you ruin your marriage on daily basis, you need to stay away from such friends. And then again, it is important, like I said earlier, to understand, bear in mind that your husband has a job to do. If he is a banker, yes, he is in the bank working. If he is a teacher, yes, he is in school working. If he is a director, he is in his place of work working. Do not think that every time this man steps out, it's all about women. Sometimes the men actually get tired of all these women, except for those ones that are called dogs, okay? A man will not always be thinking about women. Men have rent to pay. Men have school fees to pay, especially in seasons like this where you know that the schools are increasing their fees and all of that. Most times when you're dragging that man over a woman or a girl, the man is busy thinking of how to pay 3-4 children's school fees. And then with all the frustration that is happening right now, where men will work so hard, nothing is coming into their pockets, and most times they are so frustrated. Instead of you to be there to encourage them, to let them understand that it's going to be okay, and also find something to do to support, you're there dragging them left, right, and center. He's with this woman, he is with that woman. There is no woman that man will want to run away from like you, because high blood pressure is real. Stroke is real. A lot of men are going through stroke. They are convalescing from stroke now, not just because their work is very, tedious. It is because of the stress that they even get from home as as a woman who is supposed to be the best person for your husband becomes an enemy. And let me tell you something. There is nothing that can make a man run away from you than when you nag. And when you begin to always think that the man is out there, doesn't have any other job to do than just to be with other women, it makes you to start nagging. Everything you say to your husband will not be constructive, because your husband will always think that you're coming in with another form of nagging. And another thing again, please, if you are one of those women who is always sitting down and thinking that, the only thing your husband is doing out there is going after other women, are you sure you have a job? Because for busy women who are really busy, they could hardly think towards that direction. I see that a lot of women, you're asking your friend to lay ambush for your on your husband, and now that ambush is to find out where he will be so that you go and catch them red-handed. Now, that is because you're not busy. If you're busy, the last thing you want to think about is how you go and waste your time and resources to catch your husband red-handed. You will be thinking of what you have to do. You'll be thinking of your own job, your own business, and all of that. And so, if you they said that an idle mind is the devil's workshop. If you know that you don't have anything to do, the only work that you have is to sit at home and think of how many women your husband is probably sleeping with at this very moment. You want to engage yourself. You want to find something to do so that your thoughts will be straight. And yes, I am telling you, please, if you are a woman who maintains that kind of thought process, you want to deal with it, get busy and understand that the men also have their own worries, and they also have other things other than going after different women. So I'm going to bring you another information in my next episode. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. Should you like my videos, kindly subscribe, share my videos. Do not forget to turn on your notification bell. Appreciate you.